whenever I use this computer from this angle, I always look orange. It's got an orange tinge to me, but um, this case really got me upset. Got me upset as a foundational Black American, as an attorney, as a mom, as someone who has been bullied as a child, been bullied on the internet, as a mom who had a daughter that was bullied, and I had to relegate, I had to let folks know, you know, it's really disappointing to see that we in America have not matured to the point where race is not a factor. Race is not a factor. It's a shame from the way evidence is presented. We can't get an honest, objective view of things. And people, even after the testimony, the bombshell testimony that was given yesterday, even after that, people, even some of our people that are my complexion or darker, are still having a hard time to say that Karmelo Anthony was the real victim. They put an onus on a baby. I consider all those kids babies. You know who failed? The coaches, the parents that should have been supervising, the parents that raised these thugs, because the parents knew they were thugs a long time ago. I remember I had this attorney friend. He was a Caucasian man, and he told me he don't go in his son's room. I said, "Excuse me? No, I don't go in my son's room. I have no reason to." Like, it was unheard of. There's no such thing as expectation of privacy in my mama's house, in my parents' house, apartment. There's no expectation of privacy here in my house. That's why your kids can have guns, weed, everything, a whole arsenal, okay? A bomb, everything, because you don't go in their room and check what's going on. A good parent will make sure that their child ain't got arms in their home, drugs in their home. But I can't listen to too many pundits on this matter. We have equal protection of the law. Yes, it applies to Black folks. Yeah, descendants of slaves. Yes. The law is supposed to protect us just like it's supposed to protect white folks or people or foreigners. Because it seems like everybody gets equal protection except Black folks. Even people that ain't even here legally. But I'm disappointed on so many levels. I'm disappointed. And I think we need prosecutorial oversight. That's another thing I'm going to add to my agenda. The prosecutors have been not held accountable for their fuck shit. Y'all want to hold Fonnie Willis accountable. Y'all want to hold the judges that took out the Christies accountable. I'm sure she's not the only judge that was having sex in their chambers. You remember that guy, that sheriff that went and killed that judge? Remember they kept showing the tape. He went and killed the judge in his chambers. The judge was ducking. He shot him. The judge was having sex with some of the prisoners in his chambers. A white judge. Y'all want to talk about the sister committing adultery in her chambers. See, Black folks, you got over there and you thought you could do what the white folks do. They just let you know you can't. And God don't want you to. God does not want you to go into the promised land where we are to be judged by the content of our character, not our skin. That was never the intent. All we wanted was just don't get in our way. Don't get in our way. So we can accomplish the American dream. Just don't get in our way. But y'all put obstacles after obstacles in our way. And guess what? We keep jumping them like Flo Joe. We keep jumping them. Yeah, I know y'all saying, what are these people made of? I'm disappointed. And we got to get some this is sad. This is sad. This is sad on so many levels because these were young people. These were babies. These were babies who were unsupervised. These were babies who, and let me tell you something. I don't care how much good you know what? My kids would not be bullying anybody. See, because if I heard my kids were bullying anybody, attorney mom would have been on their asses. I'm glad we're starting to hold parents responsible for the behaviors of their minor children. Minor children. Once you get 18, you're on your own. You should be held accountable. But I'm glad they're starting to hold parents. And the people that failed that day were the people that didn't supervise them. Those kids had no right to tell this young man who was there with a friend who was scared. The friend, everybody want to jump on the friend. Why the friend didn't jump? And one guy talk about, oh, he shouldn't have stabbed them. Let me tell you what I taught my kids. Okay. I told my kids, don't start nothing but finish it. Don't start a fight but finish it by any means necessary. By any means necessary. See, you can't be a bully and dictate how people respond to you. He told the bully, leave me alone. What was the problem with him sitting under that tent, talking to a friend? Who the hell are you? Did you even buy the tent? Did you own the bleachers? I didn't even know they were on the bleachers. Did you own the bleachers? He's up there. Why y'all worrying about a kid? Nah, y'all wanted to flex. You wanted to show off. You've been bullies. They said, why didn't they call Hunter? Who the one? Austin? Why didn't they call him? Or Hunter? One of them. I keep forgetting one of the twins, the surviving twin. Why didn't they call him? Because he was one of the instigators. He was the aggressor. And the prosecution knew this. But see, white people gonna make sure you go to trial, okay? White people gonna make sure you go to trial. Everybody, see, that's why I don't think judges and prosecutors should run for office. I think they should be appointed. You should be appointed. You should not run for office. Because then you start taking cases because they said, no, you ain't gonna let this little nigga kill a white kid. You ain't gonna do it. The Ku Klux Klan probably putting pressure on them. Everybody probably put pressure on the prosecutor. You know, they ain't gonna tell. You know, the Aryan Nation, you know, the MAGA people you ain't gonna let that little nigga go. And they didn't use nigga, they used the hard R. Nah, you ain't gonna do that. Nah, nah, nah. The blood of the little girls that were bombed in the church. Emmett Till, Dr. King, and the countless Medgar Evers, and the countless people, foundational black people, descendants of slaves that were lynched, raped, brutalized, falsely accused, thrown into prison, gerrymandered, given higher interest rates than others to buy a home, paid low wages. The psychological games that's still being played to this day because y'all playing them. Y'all playing them right now. I'm sad. I'm disappointed. And I know one thing, that kid better be acquitted. I know one thing, he better be acquitted. He better be acquitted. Because if he don't, I hope the earth opens up and swallow everybody who participated in the function and the injustice to that young man. He was the victim. He had every right under the law to protect himself, to be free in his person from unreasonable searches and seizures by the government and by individuals, by corporations. He had every right. I'm done.